Pause this video for a while and try to guess the output of this following code snippet. You might probably think that the output would be list of banana, list of apple and list of oranges. But the output is not that. I'll just try to print it. I'll run the code. If I run the code, the output is list of banana, list of apple and list of banana and orange. So for this function call, it has returned banana and orange instead of orange. Why this is happening? Welcome to Python Uncovered. Today in this lecture, let's understand why this is happening, and I'll be covering a lot of concepts related to this particular code snippet. Also, I'll be telling you about one tool using which you can track any Python code or any code. Basically, you can visualize any code in real. So I'll just go back to my canvas to explain this code. So today's topic is mutable default arguments. So before talking about these mutable default arguments, let's understand that there are two kinds of parameters in Python functions. One is non-default parameters and second one is default parameters. If you look at this code snippet, here we have this function called add, and in this function there are two parameters. So basically parameters are the variables which we pass inside the parentheses, inside these parentheses when we are defining the function. So here we have two parameters, a and b. So this a is a non-default parameter because we are not assigning any value to that variable. But here b is a default parameter because if nothing is passed when we are calling the function, then b will be 2. So for example, if I call this function as add just one, I'm just passing one argument, but as a default the value of b will be 2, so the output would become the 3. So these are two kinds of parameters that we are having. So let's go back to the code again. The code snippet, I'll just explain why that is behaving like that. So if I go here, so basically this add item function is taking one item and adding that item into the basket and printing that basket, right? And first on this function call, this function is called with this banana, right? So the item will be banana and the basket will be empty. So when it comes to this part, the basket will be having banana, right? And it prints the banana. So that is what we are getting, right? I'll just erase. And when we are calling this one with apple as item, and we are passing list also in the parameter, so that this basket will become this empty list, okay? And item will be apple. So for this empty basket, apple will be appended into this empty basket on this line of code, and that apple will be printed. And for this orange, we are not passing the basket, so by default this basket will be taken as by default, right? So orange is the item, and at this line of code the orange will be added into this empty basket and it will print the orange. The basket is only having orange, but here if you see, the basket is having two items, one is banana and orange, but banana is passed at this function call, not at this function call, but still it is showing in this function call. Why? I'll tell you this exactly by going back into the code. I'll just copy this all code. I'll go to my canvas. I'll paste it here. So I have pasted this code snippet in my canvas. Before explaining this code snippet, I would just like to tell you something. So previously we have taken this as default parameter, right? But this is an immutable default parameter, because here the type of B is an integer data type. So integers are immutable data types. But in this code snippet, the basket is a list data type, which is a mutable default parameter. So I'll tell you one key important thing here. Just pay attention here. This is the whole concept of the code behaving like this. So in Python, whenever you put default parameter which is a mutable, so mutable default parameters, when you put any Python functions, they are called only once, and they still persist in a memory for any number of function calls, right? What I mean is, default mutable parameters are only created once in a memory. For example, if I take this as a memory, right? I'll explain this code now, you'll understand. So initially this function is called and we have not passed any basket here. So the default basket will be this one, right? So this one will be the basket. Let's say this is the basket B and item is banana, right? Item will be appended at this line of code. So which is banana, B-A-N-A-N-A. Banana is appended, fine. And that basket will be printed. So this basket is holding banana, so that will be printed here. So this line of code is executed, which is fine. Next we are adding a list. So again we are adding an item called apple with, we are passing the basket. So this basket will be created again in a memory. This will be the basket. Let's say this one is the B1 and this is B0, and item will be apple. So at this line of code, an apple will be appended to this basket. So apple will be appended, and at this line of code, apple will be printed. So that is fine. Apple is printed. So after executing this function call, at this line, this will be erased from the memory. This won't be staying in a memory anymore. But this is at this line of code, we are not passing any basket, which will be the default basket. But this basket will still remain in a memory, even though if this line of code is executed and proceeded with the next line of code. But at this point of code, this is a non-default, like we are passing the list, empty basket. This basket will be disappeared from the memory whenever this particular line of code is executed. So at this line of code, again we are passing an item called orange and we are not passing any basket. So the default basket will be the basket which is already there in a memory. So at this point, item will be orange, right? So orange will be appended into the basket which is already existed in the memory. So the output at this point will be list of banana and orange. That is why the previous code snippet is returning banana and orange at the third function call. So if you recall the sentence that I have said to you, which is in Python functions, whenever you put a mutable default arguments, those parameters still persist in a memory for any number of function calls. So that is the concept, today's concept, mutable default arguments or mutable default parameters. Those are only created once, that will be called any number of times whenever the function is called. I'll just prove everything like I'm doing in Canvas, right? But I'll prove everything using one magic tool, which is Python tutor, that will explain everything visually, that creates a memory and explains how this is actually behaving. Let's go back to the Chrome and search for Python tutor. So this is a website on which you can visualize any code snippets. This will be helpful if you are practicing DSA or if you are facing any bugs. This tool is really helpful. This is not only for Python, you can use Java, C++, JavaScript, you can use it for any purpose. I'll just paste the code here. So what it does is, what I did is I just pasted the code snippet that we have run in VS Code. Now I'll start visualizing the code. If I visualize the code, so here you can see the memory and the outputs, and this is the line by line execution of the code. I'll run one by one. So if I click on next, so initially the line of execution is at this function. This is obvious, like Python is an interpreter, executes a line by line. And when I click next, it will go here. If you see here, an add item function is created in a memory with a default basket, empty basket, right here. Now if I click on next, this function is called, so the pointer is moving to this function call, and here the item is banana and the basket is the empty basket which is created previously in a memory. If I click on next, this point of line is going to execute now. So if I click on next, so an item is appended at this point, so the list will be the basket will be list of banana, right? And after I click next, it should print. So it is printing the banana. Fine, till here we fine. So this function call is executed. Now we are moving to the next function call, add item, apple and empty list. So if I click on next, again see here, item is apple, basket is an empty basket. Okay, if you observe here, this basket with banana is still remains in a memory, but whenever we call this function, right, that won't be remaining in a memory. Just you see it. I'll click on next. When we finish executing this line of code, this particular basket will be disappeared from the memory. So here is the pointer, this is the function. Now apple is the item, we are having the empty basket, we are passing the empty basket, that will be the basket, and we are appending apple to the basket. See here, apple is appended to the basket and we are printing the apple. Fine, the function is executed. We are going to the next line. So whenever we move to the next line, if you see here, that particular basket and that function is disappeared from the memory. And if we execute this particular line of code again, we are calling this function with orange item, so item will be orange, and if you see here, this basket is pointing towards the old basket which is holding the banana. And if I click on next, a basket dot append item will be executed and orange is appended into the previous list which is having the banana. And if I click on next, this particular line of code is executed and this is the output. So that is how the previous code is working. So here the concept is, in Python functions, default mutable parameters are only created once in a memory and they still persist throughout the code execution, and they still persist for any number of function calls. This is not only applicable for list, this is also applicable for all mutable data types, that is list, dictionaries as well as sets. These three are mutable data types, right? So this is applicable for all these types of mutable parameters, and this won't be applicable for non immutable data types, which is integer, string, tuple, and for them it is not applicable. So this is really important concept, and you will be having lot of tricky questions, Python tricky questions in interview, the coding round interviews. Like they'll give you the code snippet like this which have given, and they ask you to guess the output. So most of the beginners will think that the output, the output will be list of banana, list of apple, and list of oranges, but they don't know that mutable default arguments are only called once, and they are only created once, and they executed any number of function calls. So that is today's concept, and use this Python tutor website as well in your coding while you are practicing bubble shot, quick shot, or any DSA problems or anything. When you are coding, when you are not able to identify what the bug is in your code, you can use this Python tutor and visualize it, and you can understand what mistake is happening in your code, so that you can fix the bug. So that is today's concept, mutable default arguments. I'll see you in the next video.